Hey finance fam, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to discuss a very controversial topic. Should you be stock picking? Stock picking is essentially the process of researching, or maybe not researching, which is part of the problem, different stocks to try to find the next big Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, you get the picture. And I came across a few tweets over the past few weeks that made me really want to write about this topic in our new dailydough.co newsletter. If you are not already subscribed to the Daily Dough, it is a newsletter that I have started alongside Chris Dunn and Travis DeVitt, my We Talk Money Show co-hosts, and we want to help you become a better investor in just 5 minutes a day. So be sure to go to dailydough.co and subscribe to the newsletter. It is free. So that leads me to the tweets that I came across that made me want to write an article about, is stock picking stupid? The first tweet that I came across was from Nick here, and he said, I know a lot of people with less than 50K in the stock market who spend hundreds of hours per year researching and studying the markets. A total waste of time. Your hourly wage investing at this level, assuming you actually do beat the S&P, is like $2 an hour. Get a life. It's a little harsh. This leads me to the second tweet, which is actually from a friend of mine, Sam Parr. Love Sam, love his podcast. And he said, I think buying and selling individual stocks is for most people absolutely insane. I prefer investing my cash flow into a mix of index funds, real estate, bonds. A 7% average return would make me very happy. That would make a lot of people very happy. And most people do just try to go for that average return. And then he has his private owned companies and he aims for outsized returns in his private companies or businesses that he owns. And I replied here and I said, I agree 100% that most people need to just index the market, because it's true. Most people do not have the skill set to pick stocks, nor do they want to take the time to learn that skill set. But naturally, they're going to seek outsized returns just like everyone else does in some way. Think about startup investing that wealthy people do, for example. And there's a way to stock pick right, is what I'm saying here. There's something called a core and satellite strategy and good risk management to take into account. But many people don't learn that skill, and they don't learn that core and satellite strategy. So that was my response to Sam. Again, Sam's a buddy and I really love him and his work. But it really got me thinking about this topic in general, about stock picking. Is stock picking a stupid idea? Is it a waste of time? Here's what I've come to. People naturally are going to want to seek outsized returns no matter what. I mean, Sam even said it in his tweet that he's using private companies or his own companies to seek outsized returns. Outsized returns have been had by beginning investors in stocks like Apple, Google, Amazon. You've heard the stories, you've seen it with your own eyes. And that's the problem, is that investors have seen what up and coming corporations can become, like your Apples and your Teslas, whatever. And so they know it's possible. It's a natural instinct for people to want to seek those returns above and beyond just the S&P 500 index returns. Here's where I kind of struggle. People seek outsized returns in many different ways. They seek it in real estate, entrepreneurship, obviously stock picking, but also startup investing. People seem to not bat an eye when a wealthy person invests in startups. In fact, my husband and I invest in startups as well. We've had successful exits out of startups. We've had outsized returns from startups. And it's something that wealthy people do. They invest in startups. Your odds of investing in a successful startup, they're actually pretty small. You're dealing with a high risk, high reward situation with startup investing. But again, people look at that and they don't bat an eye that wealthy people do that. Real estate investing is not risk-free, contrary to what people tell you on TikTok. You're using leverage to invest in real estate most of the time, and that brings its own set of risks. But people do it because they think it's going to give them an outsized return above and beyond the stock market. So you get the point here. What I'm trying to say is people seek outside returns in all kinds of different asset classes, but when it comes to picking stocks, people seem to have an issue with that. And as I wrote about in the Daily Doe, this is another thing that people forget. A lot of wealth has been generated by very concentrated individual stock positions with equity-based compensation. Essentially, you are probably sitting on some type of equity-based compensation that you receive from your company, and it's an individual stock position. You are essentially stock picking by owning your company's stock. And again, an exceptional amount of wealth has been generated from this stock-based compensation. Nobody seems to bat an eye at that. The stock market is actually giving investors that are willing to be savvy enough and put in the work and the research a chance to find outsized returns. It's accessible. You do not have to be an accredited investor to do it. And that is part of the problem, because essentially anybody can do it. Anybody can get a brokerage account, put money in it, and start picking stocks. And that kind of gives stock picking a bad name, because a lot of people make a lot of dumb stock picking decisions. Not only that, they maybe allocate their capital incorrectly or in a very high risk way. You don't have to put all of your capital in stock picking, just as much as a wealthy investor is not going to put all of their capital in startup investing. That would be extraordinarily too risky. The other argument that kind of drives me mad is people say that stock picking is a waste of time because reading financial statements and listening to earnings reports, it's just a simple waste of time for the consumer to do. But I strongly disagree, because what I learned from reading financial statements of corporations and listening to earnings reports is extraordinary. I learned so much about the economy, the consumer, how the consumer is behaving, how corporations are modifying their business to do better, and learn different strategies from these corporations. There is so much that you can learn about business, and as a business owner, that's very valuable to me, and it could be valuable to a lot of people. So you're learning a lot about business and the economy when you are reading financial statements and listening to these earnings calls and listening to management teams talk through strategy. I think that's a way more valuable way to spend your time than sitting and watching Netflix for hours on end. In fact, my stock picking skill set has helped me be able to gauge the economy way better now, and I'm able to make way better investing decisions for my, index and portfolio, for my stock index portfolio. So I completely disagree that learning the art and the skill set of stock picking is a waste of time. I think it's a pretty valuable skill. So to wrap this up in a package with a bow on it, basically stock picking is not stupid and it's not a waste of time, but it is a skill set that needs to be learned and refined, because you can basically lose all your money if you don't do it right. Also, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. Just like a wealthy person investing in startups doesn't put his whole entire portfolio into startup investing, you might not want to do that with stock picking. Balance. The other thing is we all naturally want to get outsized returns from our investing. It's something that you're not going to be able to stop, no matter how much you preach till you're blue in the face that index investing is the best thing to do for everybody. First of all, it might not be the best thing for every single person to do, especially if you have a high risk tolerance. And people have seen with their own eyes how getting in early on a trend or a company can be extraordinarily lucrative. So the stock market is really a way for people that maybe don't have millions and millions of dollars behind them to go start up, invest, or do these other things, that they can, do some research, learn this skill set, and possibly get into some really lucrative investments over time. In my opinion, people are going to constantly be looking for outsized returns, so you might as well teach them how to do it the right way and with the right amount of their capital. I want to give another shout out to dailydoe.co. This is where you can get subscribed for free. You'll get access to all of our newsletters and future newsletters straight to your inbox. It's going to help you become a better do-it-yourself investor. We cover macro data or economic data. We cover stock charts, what to look for in different charts, different trade ideas, wealth building tips and tricks, and more to help you be a well-rounded investor. And if you're looking to fine-tune the skill set of stock picking, check out our investor community. I'm actually a mentor in there alongside Chris Dunn and Travis DeVitt. Travis is a prior hedge fund manager, and he's got a lot to teach you, and you get a course with community membership that's going to give you the basics on stock picking and how to approach it the right way. This is the place to be if you are a do-it-yourself investor, I'm telling you. And I have a special offer for you if you go to shetalksfinance.com/investor community. The link is also in the description below. You can get half off of your subscription with the promo code BUILDWEALTH. One word, BUILDWEALTH, promo code, use it, and I'll see you in the community. All right, finance fam, I hope that I was able to make my case as to why people are going to stock pick, no matter if you want them to stock pick or not, because they want outsized returns. They've seen it happen. A lot of people are doing this, and you might as well just stop trying to fight it and just teach people how to do it the right way. For those of you that just want to get your market return and invest in your index funds and chill, that is totally awesome, and I love that for you. Index and chill is the term, and it's a great way to go. But some people, they don't want to just index and chill. They want to do that, but they also may want to try to find the next Apple, Google, Tesla, Amazon. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. I am here to help you build your wealth as a do-it-yourself investor and basically master these crazy markets. I'll see you in the next video.